Crypto Smash! Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Crypto Smash. Thank you to everyone who's been watching these videos, and thank you to everyone who's been subscribing to this channel. I really appreciate it, so thank you. So today, I will be covering Dragonchain. I will be answering a few questions that I had myself, and you might have as well, and I will provide answers to these questions from the interviews that Dragonchain has done on their YouTube channel. Yes, they have a YouTube channel. So maybe you've already done a little bit of research on Dragonchain, but you still have a few questions about it, or you still wonder some things about it. Go ahead and check out my description below. I list the questions along with the timestamps to the questions. The timestamps go directly to the interviews with the CEO and the Senior Vice President from their YouTube channel. I do this so you can jump to certain sections of the video that might be more interesting to you if you already know some of the stuff I'm covering. I hope this video is more of a launching pad for you to get started on your research with Dragonchain. This is definitely not a full research of Dragonchain, of all the news articles and things like that. These are just some key elements to Dragonchain that I think are important, and I think you should be asking before you invest. I'm not an expert on Dragonchain by any means. I am also not a financial advisor, so if you do invest, do it on your own risk, and make sure you always do your research. So, to begin, let's look at what Dragonchain is hoping to accomplish. So, as you can see, it is a business-ready blockchain platform and ecosystem. They have a marketplace. I like what their white paper describes them as, and that is a turnkey platform. They want to help provide a way for businesses to get onto the blockchain as easy and fast as possible. And so some of you may be wondering, why would a business want to get onto the blockchain? Well, because it lowers the cost of development. It is faster speed to market, very secure, and it's very scalable. And so what are some real life uses of this? What does that really mean? If you go down here at the bottom of their website, under Dragonchain Foundation, yes, Dragonchain is a non-for-profit, you will see this page, and this is real life uses of what you could do in the blockchain, why a business would want to be on the blockchain, and Dragonchain will help you get there. Right when you see this, you see Disney, Dragonchain, blockchain use cases, notes from Disney. I will just in a moment be talking about Disney and are they still connected? So as you see, a business can use the blockchain for identity systems, including privacy and security, ticketing, voting systems, legal, smart contracts, smart contracts for pay for performance systems via smart contracts, and many other things. It's really how you want to use it, but a big thing, I guess, would be securing customers' data. I think many people that are in this business world just use cloud data they save data in the cloud. So this is much more secure than just saving it on whatever a cloud the business uses. It's on the blockchain. It's very secure, especially if you're in the money business, banking, taxing. Maybe you're an accountant, you have your own firm. This would be a great option for you if you're looking to get onto the blockchain. And I think in the future, many businesses will be on the blockchain. I think people will be transitioning to the blockchain for the next 10, 20 years. And this is just a really easy way to get started on it. It's going to be part of everyday business, at least I believe. So let's go back up here and see, is Dragonchain connected to Disney? Well, I think the best way to answer that is to go back to their website. I see videos on this all the time, people saying they're connected, and let's just find out. If you go up here, go to frequently asked questions, you will find a search bar. If you type in Disney, are there any current ties? So 3 questions come up. I've already looked at this one. The first one, it doesn't really say much. It points you to another forum post. But let's go to the second one. What is your relationship or association between Disney and Dragonchain? So, Dragonchain was originally developed at Disney Seattle's office in 2015 as the Disney private blockchain platform. That's crazy. Over 20 use cases and applications were explored and documented publicly via the blockchain community group. The platform was later released as an open source software under whatever that's Apache 2 license in October 2016. So it is currently an open source software. The Dragonchain Foundation, a non-profit corporation, was created January 2017 to maintain ownership and responsibility of the open source code. So it's not private to Disney anymore. The Dragonchain team is now in the process of launching a commercial entity to build a serverless architecture blockchain platform. You can really see how they tiptoe around the answer. Dragonchain is currently listed on the official Disney open source sites. So let's click on that. So Dragonchain is listed on here somewhere. I can't find it. But, oh, duh, it's right there. As you see, this is Disney GitHub. That's insane. So yes, they are still connected. And I know that is a very controversial topic. I know many people are thinking, I don't want to get involved with Disney because they are such a, they have not the greatest reputation, especially when it comes to business. People accuse them of being very greedy, and I would probably agree. But business is business, and if you want to make money, that's how you make money. I mean, they are subject to their stock. They need to do what's best for their investors. And so, granted, I do not agree with them. I don't want to open that can of worms. I mean, it is what it is. One thing I will say is interesting is this guy, Joe, he is the CEO of Dragonchain. He worked for Disney in 2014, and he was developing this Dragonchain privately with Disney beginning in 2014. And if you look at their white paper and you go to their team, much of their team is from Disney. So Joe is from Disney, Brandon, Dylan, Alex, they're all from Disney. So yes, Disney is highly involved in this coin or token technically. Okay, even though it is open source. And I imagine they will use this token or some other token to get on the blockchain even further. So hopefully that answers that question. Now let's move on to the question of what are dragons used for, specifically the dragon tokens. I'm going to have the CEO, Joe, this guy, answer what are dragons used for. That's what they call their token. This clip is from the YouTube video that is on their YouTube channel. It is somewhere in the middle of the interview. So go ahead, here it is, and I will get back with you and I will talk about it for a couple minutes.
So what will the dragon tokens be useful for? I'll let you say that first thing, and then I'll go into it.
Right. Yes. So okay, dragons are basically to be used for a bunch of different things. So we have a platform, of course, that is kind of the seed of this whole thing, where you can launch these business-focused blockchain nodes, and because of our consensus process, your business has its own blockchain, and can do a lot of things, with full protection of your business data. So there are lots of business reasons for that platform to be useful. So the dragons, primarily the beginning of the design or the model was that the dragons are used to launch new nodes. They're used to call other smart contracts. They're used to...
and this is true for whether you're a developer working on a smaller project or enterprises.
Right. And so some of the very technical things about it, I want to launch new nodes, I want to build out my infrastructure, I want to do all these things. Also on the dev side, that we will have a marketplace. So if you build smart contracts that have more utilitarian value, more generic value, you can monetize them or release them as open source. And I think we talked about this in the last webinar, but that you can then use other people's smart contracts so that when you come in, you don't have to start from scratch building out your system.
So that was Joe from the Dragonchain team. He's the CEO of Dragonchain. Basically, he said dragons are used to launch new nodes, build infrastructure, and monetize or buy smart contracts. On their white paper, they say dragons will be used by developers and organizations to interact with Dragonchain commercial platform products and services. So that's basically what he's talking about. You can monetize or buy smart contracts to meet your business needs. Dragons will be used in the Dragonchain ecosystem. Hopefully that makes sense. If you're a developer, you can monetize your smart contracts and sell them to businesses that may want to use them. And if you're a business, maybe you see a smart contract that you want to use, something that collects data or stores data for your accounting company or whatever you want to do. I'm sure it will be on there. Another incentive of using dragons is you can keep your dragons in the Dragon Fund incubator, which will provide you early access to technology and data from the projects that are on the Dragonchain platform. You will get early access to purchase tokens for the use on the development platform. So basically, you get pre-sales of ICOs that are being built on the Dragonchain platform. So that's really neat. I like that because it is an incentive to the holders of Dragonchain, or to the people owning that have Dragonchain, to hold it. It's not something you want to keep selling, because you can keep them in the incubator and get into ICOs that can make you a lot of money. And not only that, Dragonchain is for all humans, US offerings. So United States can get, as of now, for now, they can buy into the ICOs on Dragonchain. And that's awesome. Many Americans cannot get into ICOs because we're limited by many things. So that would be really awesome. So now let's move on to the question of, what is the incubator? Here's a video clip from their YouTube channel. It's in one of their, I believe it's the same interview. It's in the interview on their YouTube channel, but here's just a clip of that.
Then we have the incubator. So if you're a project in the incubator, you will get dragons as part of the process to accelerate you through that. And you will use those dragons in the marketplace to pay for services from crypto analysts, from marketing people, from legal,
coaches.
Coaches. You can think of all the different. We have recruiters in there. We have designers in there. Everything we can get in there, because we want it as a non-stop shop where you don't have to go.
So it's kind of like a cafeteria style, correct?
And it's up to you. It's sink or swim. If you choose the right things to purchase with those, your project will move faster forward.
So that was Joe talking about the incubator, which is a very exciting thing if you're a business. It's a great way to get started in the platform. I think the incubator for Dragonchain is just a very good and easy way for a business that wants to get onto the blockchain to get the support they need. And it's especially great because you can get funding through the incubator. And I believe that's why many people are excited about Dragonchain, is because you can invest into businesses that are in Dragonchain's incubator. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. And if you are a business that wants to get in the incubator, I have a clip that's going to show. It's about 3 minutes, and it's Eileen, the senior vice president, talking about how do you apply for the incubator. And she mentions, if you go to their website, you can click apply for incubator at the top. And yes, so right there on the right side, you can see, you just click that and it goes through a list of how do you apply. But she goes into a little bit more detail, and for the sake of just being detailed in this video, I'm going to play this clip, and hopefully you find it helpful. So here is Eileen from Dragonchain.
I was going to talk a little bit about just the incubator, so I had some pre-written questions that people ask. So what are the requirements for an incubator? What do you look for? So typically, the team and how long the team's been together, possibly a board if you have a board, and then the application process that we have. If you go to the Dragonchain FAQ in the upper right-hand corner, there's a thing that says apply to incubator. So when you apply there's a form that you'll fill out that has a number of these same set questions. Also, you're asked to contribute your white paper. Right now we have about 44 applications in the incubator. And I would say there's about 10 of them that don't have white papers. And it's not necessary. I mean, if there were something in there that you actually have a product, or the team is so strong and you've given a compelling use case, I might get back with you and we can talk about that a little further. But it really does help if you have a white paper, not just for us choosing you or not, but I think it helps you as a team go through your thought process and to be really clear about that. Also,
and this is very early. Like
yeah.
I say, we're basically trying to set up the model, the framework, to know how to evaluate.
Right.
If we can automate the scoring, of course, there will be always some human element in there, but
it does help sift. I mean,
right.
Like right now we have 44. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it can be cumbersome. I mean, when you have to read 44 white papers, especially for us during this past couple of weeks. Oh, one other thing. One of the white papers and applications we got wasn't in English, and I had to get someone to kind of translate. Well, not kind of translate. I had to get someone to translate some of those pieces for me, and I almost didn't read it. I mean, I did. I took the time, but it would help. It would behoove you to put it in English for us. The easier you can make it for us to consume it, and find a compelling reason for me to look at those and look in depth, the better.
And later it will be. Maybe
it'll be filtered through.
Well, and like I say, like the white paper right now is important because we need a little bit more up front, but
right.
Later we do expect if you came in without a team, without a white paper, there still would be an avenue to get help writing the white paper,
right.
That type of thing.
Yeah, and we've done that for a few folks because their team was so strong. They did provide some really interesting use cases that were really unique, and so we were willing to help them somewhat with their white paper. But I like your idea of doing the filtering, because more and more that this gets out there, people apply to the incubator. So it'd be nice to have, like what they do with resumes, right? People say, you had these keywords or you've filled out these forms, we'll put you in this pile. So there's that. Also, when you are going to go through incubator, this would be true for even any startup, to make sure that you have your social assets in line. Social assets being like, your Twitter account, your domain names, Instagram, Facebook, that you have all of those locked down so that you're ready. That's really helpful. We also, I put Reddit here and Telegram, because I think we've, like I said before, found Telegram to be such a great component for our ICO and for our social media, and ways in which to do like real-time help FAQs. So Telegram, and then Reddit. Now that was something that we did later on, right? We didn't have a subreddit channel in, but
right. We were.
And ours is kind of techie, right? So we, our audience is kind of techie. Yeah. You may not want.
And I'm a Reddit guy, and it kind of scared me to be there with all the trolls. So, really? So I kind of, that's why we held out on it. We do have Dragonchain
right?
subreddit. We own it. We actually have.
So that was Eileen talking about how do businesses get into incubation. Now let's look at a real example of a business being in incubation or under incubation with Dragonchain. Here's a clip from the president of Lateral. They are a art company. I'm going to let him explain what Lateral is doing and what they hope to do with Dragonchain. So let's look at that.
Tell us what's Lateral.
Yeah. So Lateral is an art company. At the beginning, we were only a publisher, and then in 2013 we realized that this platform. An e-commerce and a journal to give it a dynamic showcase to the best galleries in the world. And then we were developing another platform on the art advisory, focused on art advisory. The art advisor is a key player of the art market, we think, because the art advisor is the guy that explains you the value of an artwork, that explain you how the value could increase, why an artwork has this value, and so it's a key role to explain, especially the contemporary art, to a larger number of people. And then we realized that we need a different approach to open the art market to everybody. Art advisor is for sure a key role, but the art market has big problems. The first one is the lack of transparency, and the second is the accessibility and liquidity. And so our goal is to create a platform that allow people that are not already in the art market to start to invest in art.
So that was the president of Lateral talking about how he's working with Dragonchain and how he's bringing his art business to the blockchain. Now, some of you may be wondering, how is he going to be doing that? Well, I'm going to show you a short clip from a video. It's on YouTube. It's this video right here about how he is tokenizing artwork, and he's splitting artwork into pieces, letting anyone to own shares of a specific piece of artwork. So sometimes artwork costs millions of dollars, and so he's splitting that up so that anyone can own a piece of rare art. Here's a clip from that video that explains how they're tokenizing.
When an artwork reaches the desired provenance score using our smart pricing algorithms, it can either go on sale at the Lateral online gallery or our financial market for art-regulated tokens. Unlike the current investment market, the FIMART allows for the tokenized purchase of shares in an artwork to be encoded into our crypto financial indexes. The seller chooses how many to make available, and buyers can acquire them depending on their interest and finances. A single buyer may decide to hold a majority position of up to 51% of an artwork and then enjoy it for themselves, while the remaining 49% can be purchased by multiple buyers and traded electronically on the Lateral FIMART platform. This offers an opportunity to share in a market previously unavailable to many, allowing all to benefit from art investment. All this is made possible by Look, our secure cryptocurrency. The Look represents our journey to seek out a new beginning for the art market. Whether you buy 1, 2, or 3 Looks, it's also exchangeable to standard currency.
So now I'd like to answer the question of, will Dragonchain stay on the Ethereum platform? As you see on CoinMarketCap, they are a token. They are the number 21 token. And they are built on the Ethereum platform. So here's what Joe, the president of Dragonchain, has to say about, are they staying on the Ethereum platform or will they move away?
So someone's asking, will Dragon stay an ERC20 token, or will they move over to the Dragonchain platform?
Okay, will Dragons stay on as an ERC20 Ethereum token or move on to its own space, blockchain, wallet, everything else? We, of course, we used ERC20 to leverage all of the Ethereum infrastructure, wallets, everything else. On top of the fact, we are leveraging Ethereum and Bitcoin and other public blockchains as our level 5. If you look at our architecture, where we have a public ledger that basically is a measurable component to our consensus process. So sort of a bunch of different reasons that we did that, but we are, it is possible that we'll move to our, to swap to our own pure Dragonchain blockchain, but
For certain use cases.
right, and I mean totally, but there's nothing planned. It's not something that we're saying there's a timeline on, and as an example, multiple of the ICOs coming in, that's the question. It will be ERC20, will it be something internal, and as that internal infrastructure develops, that's how you kind of know whether it would happen. Is that good enough answer?
And I have another 10-second clip of them saying they're going to be on the Ethereum platform, and they were on the Ethereum platform on purpose, and here it is.
But otherwise, it's an ERC20 token on purpose. And
Logic follows that.
So here's my opinion on if they will stay on the Ethereum blockchain. I could be completely wrong. I'm very open to that. But here's just my thought. More than likely, they will move off the Ethereum blockchain. They simply said, we did it for easier for the public at this time. It's easier for the public for them to be on the Ethereum blockchain. Okay? So even in their interviews, they said they got on the Ethereum blockchain on purpose. And even in the other interview, they said basically they're doing it for a reason. And I think over time we will see it not be on the Ethereum blockchain, I would imagine. I know there's a lot of videos out there talking about how Dragonchain is the Ethereum killer and things like that. I'm not sure about that. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't really know. Only time can tell. So, but another opinion of mine of, is this something I would invest in, or do I think this has a lot of potential? Yes, I think this has a lot of potential. It really helps that it has a working product and it's already doing what it's saying it's going to do. They already have multiple ICOs on there, and they already have a roadmap of when these ICOs are going to launch. So Dragonchain, in my opinion, has a lot of potential. I'm excited for it. I think it is going to grow in 2018, like most cryptocurrencies, but I think Dragonchain is actually going to pick up some speed, especially when those ICOs start coming out that are on their roadmap. You can check out their roadmap on their website, and here it is. So it has an exciting year ahead, and let me know your opinions on Dragonchain. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you. If you watched this video all the way through, thank you so much. I hope it was resourceful. And again, as I said at the beginning of the video, I hope that this is a launching pad for you to do more research on this coin or this token. I promise you, I do not know everything about Dragon token. I just wanted to cover some general questions, some things I've been seeing out there that I wanted to bring clarification on and get it directly from the source, the website, and their interviews. Again, do your own research, invest at your own cost. I'm not a financial advisor. Do what's best for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I hope everyone has the great rest of their day or night.